Be Dacaris. Be doing absolutely fan-flippin-tastic. So get this. First off, there actually was a place that sold candies and flowers by the hospital. Imagine that. I was gonna bring both of them as a get well slash sorry my boss accidentally bashed your skull in gift, but I ran into a grumpy, slightly plump looking sister who appropriated the candy for herself. I tried explaining that it was for someone in the hospital, but the way she glares at me said she probably needed it more anyways. Still though, I get the flowers. Big guy Marine is also there too. The sister wakes up. Apparently her name is Bridget. Bridget. That's a nice name. So anyways, the doc says that she'll be fine, but that she shouldn't exert herself too much just in case. Sudden idea, Lightbulb. I suggest that she should probably do something easy, like take a walk, just to see if everything works. I am technically a medic, so I could tag along just in case something goes wrong. Everyone else seems to agree. Yes, heck yeah. Operation go on a seemingly innocuous outing that is secretly a pseudo date with your crush because you're too much of a coward to actually ask her out is a go. Spend a lot of time talking with her about nothing really. She's actually a really sweet and down-to-terra girl. She has sort of a calming aura and manner, like you could open up to her about anything. Honestly, I felt silly about being so nervous in the first place. Anyways, it just so happened that the only theater in town was a short walk away, and since I happened to have some spare cash, I offered to treat her to one as an apology on behalf of my bosses for bashing her skull in. They only had one holovid currently. Don't remember what it was called, but it was awful. Still, I had fun the whole time cracking jokes making fun of it though. Have I ever mentioned how beautiful her laugh is? Honestly, this day has been going absolutely perfectly. Positively nothing could ruin it. Be me, the killer can. The war boss has been treating me like his pet grot since my plans started coming together. Don't he realize I ain't a grot no more? Think about to stomp him. Swear I am. But decide not to. You're lucky, Don Jeff. Get a brand new red paint job. And he gets the mech boys to weld some extra darker armor on me. Says just a can ain't enough to keep some squishy chatty grot alive. Would give him the chop if I didn't need him to gather the boys. Has a killer can ever been a war boss? Maybe I'll work on that once we kill all the Yumis. Progress can life. Between my clever scheme with the Grots and the Weird Boys, we've managed to pull all the boys together almost. Had a bunch of the Purple Boys looking on the Yumis. They says the Yumis keep shooting, but most of them are getting ready for some sort of non-shooty party. Not a party without shooters.org. Stupid Yumis. Moment that party starts, we's gonna sweep in there and show how to have a good time. I'm Bridget. I got released from the hospital, but they assigned a medic to follow me around for a bit. I told Sister Tamsin I really didn't need it. I'm fine. I already got healed from being dead, so a bonk on the head isn't that bad. He is nice, though. We went to the theater. There was only one show, but it wasn't really good. He seems like a fun friend, and I like that he says my name right. He calls me Bridget, instead of Bridget, like some of the sisters do. But sometimes he looks at me the way Sister Therese does when we're in the baths on Thomas. It reminds me of the weird dreams I had before. Maybe he has that Florence Nightingale syndrome. I wonder if I should introduce him to Olga, or maybe Charlotte. But she isn't as shy with boys. Charlotte, I forgot all about the wedding. Canoness Connie comes back soon, and I know she was excited for the wedding. I wanted to surprise her by having everything ready when she arrived. I was hoping we could have her be the one to marry them. Or have them married. The thing where you stand in front of them and have them say the words. But then I got sidetracked by fighting a giant orc robot and getting run over by a space marine ship and going to the theater. I get about a block and a half running towards the cathedral before I remember that I have wings. Be Bloodraven Chaplain Gordius Gredius, in orbit above the crenellated asshole of a planet on the battle barge Clamatus Rex, offloading our valuable chapter relics and gifts to Metallus Boxus was successful, and Boxus has left orbit. Vox is sputtering about some wedding and magpies. What the throne is a fucking magpie? Most of the company has deployed to the surface to liberate the Imperial Temple. It shall not fall to the Xenos, the heretics, or the blighted monstrosities infesting this Grox's elbow of a planet. Is that another Imperial battle barge I spy in orbit? Starshine on the hull. Can't make out the signal. Servitors at the scanners say it's the Imperial Fists. Fucking bumblebees. Suddenly feel divine inspiration. Surely it's the God Emperor reaching out to me. Servitors confirm that the Fists have deployed to the surface. They've left the battle barge unattended. This is a serious dereliction of protocol. We'll secure their battle barge for them. Just this once. I'm certain they'll be effulgent with their praise. We'll let them know it was us that secured their battle barge by slapping our own sigil on it and piloting it out of orbit for them. I mean, heck, we did that with the Salamander's battle barge, and we haven't heard a peep of a complaint from them. The Commissar driving Baneblade. Future me has enabled his tracker, allowed me to pinpoint his location, and by extension those two deserters. No escape, Vox. Suddenly, out of nowhere, a fucking Land Raider crosses my path. Had to pull off some move that some new guard fags keep calling drifting to avoid it. I was about to complain when I noticed the Land Raider belonged to the Magpies. Nope, Voxcast. Hightail it out of there before the driver of said Land Raider can get his fingers on me or my tank. Check status again of future me. Realize I am only a minute away from him, and by extension, those two traitors. Can actually see him on top of the hill, and after a brief message he confirms the traitors are on the other side. Have him hop on and decide to start playing this Primo Victoria song from some ancient Terra singing group known as Sabaton, and go full speed on the Baneblade. I fucking can't wait to see the look on those two cowardly faggots when they see me.